Hi, good evening, guys. My name is Siddhant Sonne. Today is 21st December 2022. Today's Viva topic is exception and hierarchy. काय topic आहे? Hierarchy of exception handling. That means firstly we need to understand what is exception handling. Basically, exception means abnormal condition. But in Java, Java provides us the feature of exception handling. That means it is used for continue the flow of if we got some abnormal condition in our program, the flow is want to continue, so we are using exception handling. It is a mechanism for use handle the exception in our program. So basically there are the hierarchy of exception handling is basically as we know, object is the parent class of all the classes of Java. So there are two types of exception classes in subclasses of objects. First is error and second is exception. So basically there are two types of exception in Java. One is check exception and another is uncheck exception. Check exception means the exception is checked by the compile time, and it's called as check exceptions, and the exception is ignored by the compiler is known as uncheck exceptions. So basically in exception there are thousands of subclasses in exception class. So basically the example of exception class is class not found, then file not found, then SQL exception, then remote exception, then index out of bound exceptions. In index out of bound exception there is two types. One is array index out of bound exception, and second is string is out of bound exception, and also IO exceptions, EO exceptions, also remote exceptions. And another class of throwable class is errors. That means that are not handled by the developers. That means stack overflow error, then out of memory error, then linear error. There are also thousands of subclasses of error class. So basically we did not know much more about the hierarchy of exception handling. So basically we need to understand the exception handling concept is provide some keywords that are using for our program. Basically the keywords are try, catch, then finally and throw and throws. So basically throw and throw is not same. Throw is used for showing the exception in our program, and throws is used for ignore the exception and continue the flow of our program. So basically it is enough for hierarchy of exception handling. And thank you so much. Good night. Sabakir. Bye.